We've got you covered from WSIL News 3 this morning.
Happy Thursday to you all. We are so glad you decided to wake up with us. I'm Evie Allen.
And I'm Dave Davis, joined by Storm Track 3 Chief Meteorologist Nick Housen, filling us in on this rainy day. I thought it was going to go away by now. I'm like,
well, it's gone right now,
okay.
But it's going to make its return later on this morning. Just make sure you bundle up this morning. Pack along the umbrella because we are dry to start, but notice more light rain just to our west, and that's going to pivot this way later on this morning and through the early part of the afternoon. So we are not quite done with the wet weather. Live view from Mount Vernon showing the overcast skies. You may occasionally see a break or two in the clouds. It is pretty chilly outside. We've got temperatures upper 30s and lower 40s. Factor in the breeze, even feels cooler than that at times. Right now 41 in Marion, 42 in Carbondale. We've got 39 in Mount Vernon, 41 in Harrisburg, and 38 in Paducah, 40 right now in Cape Girardeau. Notice the rain chances ramping up late this morning through the early part of the afternoon. Breeze will also be a factor today from the west and southwest. High temperatures lower or high 40s. We're talking wind chills lower 40s. So today it is going to be a cool, blustery, damp, gloomy day. Lots of adjectives there, guys. All right, we are talking about some warmer weather heading our way for Friday. I have the latest on when there's going to be some spring-like weather in our forecast coming up.
All right, thanks for that, Nick. Well, some news to pass along for you on traffic. Pulaski County Highway Department says Sandusky Road is closed. We'll keep you updated on air and online at WSILTV.com if we hear anything else on that. Once again, Sandusky Road in Pulaski County closed this morning.
Also new this morning, a new proposed bill in Kentucky keeps judges, prosecutors, and police officers' personal information from being released. A House committee approved the bill yesterday. Now, media and open government advocates say it weakens the Kentucky's open records law. The bill now heads to the full House. If passed, it will then head to the Senate. And Kentucky lawmakers are also working to reduce the state's high child abuse rates. A bill passed yesterday in the House will help with prevention and oversight efforts. Child welfare advocates say the legislation will combat the state's high national standing for child abuse and neglect. Lawmakers also have passed a bill to overcome nursing shortages. The bill will help boost enrollment in nursing schools. The bill now heads to the Senate.
Starting today, businesses impacted by December's deadly tornado outbreak in Kentucky can once again apply for help. The Small Business Administration will reopen the Business Recovery Center at the Joe Creason Center in Benton, Kentucky. There, people affected by the December 10th tornado outbreak can get in-person help with disaster loan applications. The Benton location closed on March 16th, but the SBA has decided to reopen it.
Well, on the Crime Watch this morning, a Missouri teen is in custody after leading police on a 100-mile-long chase from Cape Girardeau County to Jefferson County, Missouri. The Cape County Sheriff's Office received a call about vehicle break-ins near Fruitland. A witness tried following the suspect's vehicle before being shot at. No one was injured. Now, multiple departments in Jefferson County stopped the vehicle near I-55. At that point, 3 people fled. A male teen was caught, but 2 females took off on foot. Now, another teen suspected to be involved was also arrested at a nearby shopping center. This incident is still under investigation. And authorities are working to identify human remains found in Jefferson County, Illinois. Now, we spoke with Sheriff Jeff Bullard to see where the investigation goes from here. And remember, this comes after deputies recently identified remains from a nearly 30-year-old cold case at Susan Lund.
Really odd timing for that to happen the way it did. But yeah, that's. But I can assure that we will have an answer a lot sooner than 29 years on this one.
Now, the remains were found off the intersection of Veterans Memorial Drive and Davidson Avenue. That's just southwest of Mount Vernon. A group of people reported the finding to police while out looking for deer antler sheds. Jeff Bullard says the body was, quote, in a serious state of decomposition.
Know that the death occurred prior to this month. We can't really get any more specific until a forensic anthropologist takes a look at it and examines the remains. And we have some leads that we are following up to identify who the person is, but we've not confirmed the identity yet.
Bullard says the forensic anthropologist should be able to identify the remains in about a week. If you have any information, you are asked to contact the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office.
Well, keep your eyes open today. Police need your help catching a shooting suspect. Go ahead and get his picture. There it is. They're looking for this man, 37-year-old Justin Eads of Metropolis, Illinois. He's wanted for a shooting early yesterday morning in a 300 block of Oak Drive. Police believe it was a targeted attack and say there's no threat to the community. However, Eads is considered to be armed and dangerous. If you have any information or you spot this man, you need to contact the police department. Lawmakers say more needs to be done about crime in Illinois. State Republicans say crime is at a point not seen in close to 25 years. Those crimes include murder and assaults, smash and grabs, and carjackings. They say it's due to a lack of harsh punishment for criminals, as well as criminal justice reform bills that hurt police and encourage repeat offenders. To counter this, local state representative Patrick Windhorst wants to push a public safety package to address crime.
We must change direction. Our citizens deserve to live in safe communities and neighborhoods where they can live, work, play, and raise their families without the fear of violent criminals being let back on the streets just hours after their last offense.
Earlier this week, the Westfield Police Department in Clark County disbanded. They cited the provisions and cost in the SAFE-T Act as the reason.
In more local news, a new piece of equipment at Ray Fosse Park in Marion will help make sure you take shelter when lightning is near. Lightning detection has been installed, and it will sound Monday through Friday from 7:30 in the morning through 11 at night. It will only go off if lightning is detected within 10 miles of the park. Park users will hear one long horn, and the park will remain closed for 30 minutes. Once no lightning is detected, the park will reopen. Parks Director Jack Reed says more equipment could be on the way.
We're not really trialing this because it's in place and it's permanent, but if it works out good, we will probably, in a year or 2, 3, we'll probably put one at the soccer complex as well.
And for a couple of tips, know the weather before you head out. And since the system is only operational Monday through Friday, you should prepare yourself for weekend activities. We have all the latest warnings, of course, on our Storm Track 3 weather app. Always a good place to go get your information there.
And we have several schools that have those lightning horns. I know Carbondale, Carterville, Marion all have those lightning horns as well. Very, very interesting. Of course, we're not tracking storms this morning. We're tracking more light rain, and pack along the winter coat. It is pretty chilly out there. You may want to pack along the umbrella. Today, Weatherby, it's actually a kind of a wormy type day, a day that many worms may like. It is going to be pretty damp outside. A D weather grade, though. 40 degrees outside as a first bell this afternoon. High temperatures back into the upper 40s. We are tracking quite a bit of wet weather, still swirling around this big upper level low. Tell you when the rain finally clears out, and more about our chances of seeing freezing temperatures this weekend coming up.
Thank you, Nick. Well, the weather lately might be a little foul, but Brooke is staying nice and dry, and she's learning a whole lot about some Panthers.
Well, we're learning as well, yes, some historic basketball memorabilia as well on display in Perry County at the Jail Museum. Brooke, what next do you have for us?
Yeah, good morning, Evie and Dave. Well, this morning we are throwing it back to the 80s and 90s, getting a look back at some of the memorabilia from that time period.